In the ever-entwined worlds of music and family, few relationships have blossomed with such public warmth and mutual inspiration as the one between Gwen Stefani's son, Zuma Rossdale, and his country superstar stepfather, Blake Shelton. In a performance that lit up social media and warmed hearts across genres, Zuma stepped onto the stage with confidence, belting out beloved 90s classics in a moment that felt less like a tribute and more like a passing of the musical torch. It's no secret that Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton, despite coming from vastly different musical backgrounds, Stefani from ska punk and pop, Shelton from the heartland of country, have built a strong and nurturing family together. But no one could have predicted how this blend of worlds would come full circle through the voice of a teenager who grew up amid guitars, tour buses, and Grammy-winning inspiration. Zuma, Gwen's middle child with British rocker Gavin Rossdale, has spent much of his formative years between musical legacies. The Bush frontman passed on a love for alternative rock, while Blake brought country music, grounded humility, and stage presence into the home. Over the years, fans have caught glimpses of Blake's influence on Zuma, from Instagram clips of the two fishing and playing music together to shared moments during the voice tapings. Yet, nothing quite prepared the public for the moment Zuma walked on stage to cover not one, but several iconic 90s tracks that defined his stepdad's early years in music. The surprise appearance happened during a community concert held near Shelton's 10-Point Ranch in Oklahoma, a family-friendly gathering originally designed to spotlight local talent and support the ranch's agricultural programs. But with the Shelton name attached, it was destined for something bigger. Fans had gathered, expecting maybe a Blake cameo, perhaps a Gwen sighting. But what they got was Zuma, clad in boots, jeans, and a well-worn guitar strapped across his shoulders, stepping into the spotlight with all the nerves and charisma of a young performer with music in his blood. He opened with an ambitious choice. She Talks to Angels by the Black Crowes, a 1990 hit that resonated with both rock and country fans. From the moment Zuma hit the first note, there was an audible shift in the crowd's energy. This wasn't just a novelty act or a celebrity kid playing dress-up. It was a young artist channeling the raw emotion and style of an era he never lived through but clearly understood. Zuma followed up with Garth Brooks' The Dance, an emotionally rich ballad from 1990 that demands both vocal control and interpretive maturity. Even seasoned performers hesitate before tackling such a track in front of a live audience. Yet Zuma delivered it with a mix of sincerity and grit, occasionally glancing off stage, where by most accounts Shelton stood watching, hand on heart, visibly moved. The evening's highlight, however, came when Zuma strummed the opening chords of Austin, Blake Shelton's breakout hit from 2001. While not technically a 90s song, it fits neatly into the spirit of the decade's country scene, and its inclusion was a touching nod to Blake's own beginnings. As the crowd realized what was happening, a collective gasp gave way to cheers. Zuma didn't try to mimic Blake's voice. He brought his own phrasing, a softer lilt with an edge of indie rock texture, showing both reverence for the original and the desire to carve his own musical identity. The performance sparked a wave of reactions online. Within hours, fan-shot videos circulated across platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and X, formerly Twitter, racking up millions of views. Comments range from astonishment to praise, with many noting how seamlessly Zuma merged the influences of his biological father, his mother, and his stepfather. It's like watching a genre crossover happen in real time, one fan tweeted. He's got Gavin's edge, Gwen's style, and Blake's soul. In interviews afterward, attendees described the moment as electric and emotional. One local resident who attended the show said, "I thought we were just coming out for some local music and a good time. I didn't expect to witness something that felt like the start of a new career." Of course, the question on everyone's lips after Zuma's set: is this a one-time event, or the beginning of a music career? While Zuma has been notoriously private, understandable for a teenager growing up in the shadow of global fame, those close to the family have hinted that he's been working on music behind the scenes. Gwen has shared cryptic stories on Instagram of home studio sessions, often including clips of Zuma playing guitar or harmonizing quietly in the background. Blake, too, has made no secret of his admiration for Zuma's musical curiosity. In one past interview he remarked, "Zuma has an ear for melodies that just blows me away. He'll hear a song once and start picking it out on the guitar like it's second nature. The performance at the Oklahoma event might have been the first public taste of that talent, but it certainly won't be the last. Insiders close to the couple suggest that Blake has already offered to co-produce any original songs Zuma might want to record. Rumors are swirling that a father-son style duet, perhaps a cover or an original, is in early talks for release. What makes Zuma's emergence even more poignant is the deeply bonded relationship between Blake and Gwen's children. From the beginning of their relationship, Blake has embraced his role not just as Gwen's partner, but as a parental figure. He's spoken frequently and candidly about how seriously he takes that responsibility. In a past interview with People, Blake said, "I don't take my stepdad role lightly. I've been given an incredible opportunity to help raise these boys, and I'm not wasting it. They've changed me as much as I hope I've helped shape them." Gwen, meanwhile, has often expressed how much Blake's presence has stabilized and enriched their family. "He's brought so much peace and joy into our lives," she once said in an interview. "And the boys love him. He's not trying to replace anyone, he's just being himself. And that's more than enough." For Zuma, who turned 17 this year, stepping onto that stage felt like a symbolic merging of all the paths laid before him. He's at an age where self-discovery intersects with opportunity, and having a front-row seat to the careers of three legendary musicians gives him a perspective few artists his age could even imagine. Fans and critics alike are now speculating about what comes next. Will Zuma pursue a solo career? Join a band? Record with his stepdad? Or perhaps forge an entirely new genre that melds his eclectic influences? While no formal announcements have been made, those close to the family are hinting that the performance was far from spontaneous. According to one anonymous source, Zuma's been working on this for months. He wanted to honor Blake but also step out as an artist in his own right. And he nailed it. Meanwhile, Blake and Gwen are riding high on a season of creativity and family bliss. Blake recently wrapped up a series of intimate tour stops focused on storytelling and acoustic sets, shows that fans say feel more personal and connected than anything he's done before. Gwen has returned to the studio, reportedly working on both solo material and possible No Doubt reunion tracks. Their lives are full of music, family, and the kind of grounded happiness that often eludes celebrity couples.